Laboratory. I'm John. I'm the chief mad scientist at Build It Yourself. We're going to talk about how to communicate with a computer. You guys have this problem, I'm sure. You have to type on a keyboard. That's yesterday, right? We're going to throw this away. We don't need that keyboard anymore at Build It Yourself. We're going to use the Amazon Alexa Dot. We're going to teach you how to talk to a computer just like they do at Amazon. That's the modern way. That's the future. All right? Everyone's used the Amazon or a Siri, right? Where you talk with a computer? Much better than typing. All right, good.
Yeah.
I'm going to hand it off to my colleagues, Brent and Thomas, and they're going to introduce the project Artificial Intelligence Voice Recognition. Okay, Brent, take it away.
All right, thanks, John. Hi, guys, I'm Brent, and we're going to show you guys some really cool stuff with voice recognition today. So at Build It Yourself, we're always focused on trying to solve problems. And like John said, controlling a computer is way too slow with the keyboard. That's a big problem. So what we're going to learn how to teach your computer to talk. It will understand what you say, and you can give it commands. All right, so with a brief history of machine-human interfaces, if we go back a long time ago, we had the abacus. This, you might not even think of it as a machine, but this was a counting machine that humans had to manually push things to actually get to count. Then we had the typewriter for input. Still not so great. We went to punch cards, and then eventually to voice recognition. But you might be surprised, voice recognition in 1952 might seem a bit early. But when things come out, they take a long time before they're ready to use in video games, on computers, on our phones. Even the touchscreen came out in 1965, but it was way too new to use. Then the computer mouse was created in 1968. And now what they're working on is the ability to read what your brain is, brain waves, and use that as a computer input. So that's being researched at MIT. So while this is currently being researched, much like these were, eventually we're going to be able to control stuff with our thoughts. What do you guys think about that? Is that pretty cool?
I feel like I'm not a picture at all.
Say again? Oh. So what do you guys think about being able to control something with your thoughts one day? Is that pretty cool? Control a robot or control a game with your brain? All right. So I Build It Yourself, we always like to look at what's a good example of the technology we're about to build. We believe in not reinventing the wheel and building on top of other people's research. So with voice recognition, being able to control something with your voice, that's becoming more and more frequently used in technology today. Our phones use like OK Google. We have Alexa, like from Amazon, like Don showed us. He was able to throw his keyboard right across the room without worrying. He's still going to have complete control of his systems. And then we have Siri on like iPhones. Can you guys think of anything that uses voice recognition that you guys use? It could be a video game. It could be your TV. You guys can put in the chat too. We're checking chat. So.
Anyone have any interesting stories to tell about?
Oh, I saw Emily raise her hand.
Oh, great.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah, Emily, you can unmute yourself and share with us.
So, I have this very cool lamp. It's right over here, and you could say stuff to it, like which color you want the lamp to turn.
Oh,
really cool.
What's that called, Emily?
Glow star.
Glow star. I love it. I'm going to look that up right away. tell the computer what color, tell Glowstar what color.
First, it's connecting to Alexa. This Alexa, so you have to say, Alexa, turn Glowstar, for example, red, and then Glowstar will turn red.
I love it. I love it. That's a great example.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. And I see some people in chat too. So in chat, actually, Kelvin, I see you say use Siri to open your apps because you're too lazy. That's not lazy. That's efficient, and that's
I'm not.
that's fast.
I just don't want to open it because I forgot which pages they're on.
Honestly, that's why do you have to remember? Technology is improving. We're going to build voice recognition machines, right? We're going to build voice recognition games and software. You don't have to remember. The computer needs to remember. So that's forward thinking. And I see some other people saying, open the door, play video games, control the temperature. So really cool. Like this is a game I played on Android, Chicken Scream. And every time you scream, the chicken jumps, and you have to time it right with the platforms and stuff. And there's a lot of cool voice recognition software. And I even have my dad who doesn't have a smartphone, and he can talk into his Comcast remote now. So I'm seeing this stuff popping up everywhere. Okay, so some of the stuff that you guys are going to learn, we're going to learn how to detect basically words several different ways. We can detect how loud a word is to be able to determine what's being said. We can see how many syllables are being spoken, and we can detect like the length of the words, like how long they're being said. Using that, we can actually decode and use that as an input, just like we use a keyboard or a mouse or a game controller. And to do that too, we're also going to learn how to make our own language. So you might think language is complicated, which it is, but it can also be simple. So for the computer game, it could be something as simple as saying yes and no. So for our demo game we're going to show you, we use Bing as no and Bing Bong as yes. And you'll learn basically the components that make a language work, like timing on words, how loud you have to say them, and all that kind of stuff.
Brent,
Yes.
for some reason, Calvin, one of my best friends in the whole entire galaxy, joined the Zoom.
That's good. Maybe he wants to learn how to control his computer with his voice.
Yay, I do.
Okay. It's nice to know that you have a best friend in the whole galaxy. That's quite a compliment, Calvin.
The more the merrier.
Great.
And then we'll wrap the intro up real quick. Another thing we're going to learn is how to test our programs. So we're going to learn how to make sure that our programs work in the way we want. And we're going to set some measures of success during the workshop series that will teach us how to basically fix any issues when we find them and see if something's reliable. And then in terms of coding, we're going to learn how to code in MIT's programming language called Scratch. Has anyone used Scratch before?
Yes, I'm quite good at it.
Awesome.
All right.
Yes.
Make 3 video games on it.
Oh,
Nice.
Marco also
He knows
did
how
that.
to use operations and variables and stuff.
That's great. Have you guys ever done anything with the voice, the sensing module for loudness and using that?
I think I've used it before. I forgot where I forgot which program, but I think I did a voice loudness test.
Wait,
We're
how?
going to teach you how to do more than just that. You're going to like this. We'll
Good.
teach you how to determine like how many words are said, if they're said further enough apart, if they're above a certain threshold like you've already done. But then we're going to expand on that. So basically, with the code, and we're going to initialize the code. We're going to have some code that's going to detect how many words are spoken. And then based on the amount of words, we're going to have different actions for a game character. Maybe it can dance, maybe it can say something, maybe it can play music. So that's kind of the basic flow of our code. And it's going to look something more like this. So yeah, let me stop there. That's kind of a quick intro to our project. What do you guys think about it? Sounds like something you'd want to learn?
The code that you're showing us looks like the older version of Scratch.
Good catch. This project we started on Scratch 2.0. We have it in Scratch 3.0 now, but we just didn't update the screenshot in the PowerPoint. So I can see you're a long-term Scratcher.
Wait, which realm is Calvin in?
Say again?
Which realm is Calvin in? Please be one. Please be one.
Flu.com realm later. Next workshop. All right. So with that, I want to pass the ball over to Thomas, who's going to show you guys a few sample games that we've built, other people have built, and give you guys a chance to see this code in action and maybe even get to try it out a little bit. Take it away, Thomas.
Okay. So can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so this is an example of a project that someone else has done before, and this is the code that makes it up. And if we zoom in on the face, when we click this flag, we're gonna let it talk. And here, if I say, well, I'm talking, so I'm probably gonna break it, but yes. You guys like those sick beats?
Oh, Thomas, it's not coming through with the audio share.
Oh,
think
that's
so.
sad.
Try to stop share and reshare. Maybe the checkbox untoggles automatically.
Well, let's try it.
One of the,
Can you guys hear that?
Not coming through.
not really, but
Oh,
we can see the screen.
Yeah, let's move on to a different one. Let's stop this. Let's move on to one which is more visual. Here we have a chicken, a really nice chicken, or a turkey. It's up for argument's sake. I personally believe it's a really happy chicken. So we're gonna start it. Bing,
Good look.
bang.
Want to dance?
Look at that chicken. It's got moves. Has anyone got moves like that chicken? Let's
Great.
try.
I'd like to dance with that chicken, Thomas.
You want to show us what you got?
Sure.
Why
Who
is
wants to dance with the chicken?
that on the top of my thing?
Anyone have some good dance moves they want to show off? When you ask the chicken if you want to dance, the chicken will dance and you can dance with it. Hey there, good looking. Want to dance? Yes.
Bing, bang. Oh, okay. Chicken's sad. None of you want to dance with him. Let's see what the alien has got.
Yeah, hi.
Bing, bang. Look at them.
You're going to learn how to make these graphics and code the graphics to move when they hear different sounds.
Okay. Let's see. But
Great.
oh, the alien's sad. No one wanted to dance with him. Okay. Brent, do you want to show off some Scratch code for them?
Sure. Do we want to send them the link still, or?
Yeah, we can send. You guys can play around with these. Let's send the link for Zoom.
So we're going to send you a link to these programs and you can test them out yourself. And then we'll show you how the code works.
Anyone would volunteer to show us how you control this?
So you guys can still on your screen, yeah? So let's start with this guy. He's cute. Look at that hair and those eyes. So this is actually you can't see this one. So this is the chicken. Chicken's cute, right, guys? Okay. So the chicken,
Heart.
when we click the flag signal to start the program, you can hear the pop sound the chicken makes. And then he says, this is what he says: "Hey there, good looking. Wanna dance?" Say big bang or just say bonk to represent no. And what the computer is going to do is, if it hears the sound loud enough, which is when loudness is greater than 50, it's going to set the value of words to 1. If the value of words is equal to 1, then it's going to, that which represents no, because we only said one word, which is bong. It's going to be a sad chicken because nobody wants to dance with him. But if we said 2 words, if we say big bang, then the value of words will be equal to 2. At which point this will be a happy little chicken and you'll get to dance with all of you guys. Does anyone have any questions?
Calvin, does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Well,
You're the scratch
well, it
guru.
does.
So the real trick here is detecting 1 syllable or 2 syllables. And we do that by using a variable called words. And if we just hear 1 syllable, we set that variable to 1. And if after a fraction of a second, we hear a 2nd syllable, then we change the value of the variable words to 2. And then after we wait a minute or 2 to listen to what the person has to say, then we respond to yes or no. And by the way, guys, that's very similar to the way your Amazon Dot works. Well, your Amazon Dot is quite a bit more sophisticated than that, but that's a start of how they get the Amazon Dot to listen to your words.
But the Amazon
These
Dot
voice
does.
recognition software.
Exactly what we're starting. We're teaching you the basics of voice recognition software. And then also we'll teach you how to draw cartoons so you can make your cartoons do things based on how you talk to them. So that's the project we're going to be doing.
Really smart.
Really smart. You're right.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. I saw someone raise their hands. Margot?
Thank you, Emma.
I was just wondering, I think I know why the sound wasn't working. If you have your headphones plugged into the sound, then it won't come through.
That's right. That's right.
And it
Very
won't come
good.
through.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
You're right. You're right on, Margot. When you do voice recognition, you have, there's a very complicated technology to try to filter what you're saying versus background noise. So that gets into really complicated science.
Hey, would anyone want to try out the game and share their screen? Anyone interested? Okay,
Okay,
Emily, I see
Emily.
you jumping. Yeah, go for it, Emily.
Maybe?
But when I tried to, oh, okay, sure, I'll do it.
Okay, awesome. There's a checkbox for audio. It might work when you go to share at the bottom left of the share screen. Share computer sound.
I know how to do it.
Okay, awesome. You guys are awesome.
Allow, okay, I'm ready to share my screen.
Go for it.
Wow. Emma and Bing, we have some hot shots in this class, I can tell.
How do I
Yeah.
share my screen though? I know how to share my screen, but
We're
hey,
seeing your screen right now.
you're seeing my screen?
Yes, we are seeing your screen already.
Okay, now could you see it?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
you
can.
see-
Yes.
Okay, okay. Greetings. Yes.
Emily,
Did you
I
just
think-
hear that?
I think we can.
That was from this guy here.
Yeah. Emily, I think we need to hire you to teach for us. You
Yeah,
figured out how to do that better than we did. Margot, you are exactly right. Okay, this is going to be easy, Brent. These guys are going to take the ball and run with it, I'm sure.
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna. What happened?
Yeah, it's on a loop, so you have to stop the code to stop it from being sad.
Okay, let me stop this guy. Okay, is it stopped now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you, Emily.
Unshare my screen.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
There's a red button. You know where? Okay. Yeah, obviously. Okay. Ryan or Susan, would you guys like to try the game out? Ryan or Susan, would either you guys like to try?
Or anyone.
Or Valeria, would you like to try?
The link is in the chat box. Just click on the link and it should launch.
Nishant, would you like to try and share?
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay. So, let me share my.
Nishant, do you use Siri or Amazon Dot?
Yeah, I have Amazon.
Do you ever wonder how that really works?
Yeah, I've used it. I've used it. I'm pretty familiar with it.
Good, good. That's a very, very cool new technology.
Hold on 1 minute.
Does anyone in the group, has anyone in the group done more than 10 Scratch projects?
Yes.
Okay, Calvin.
Unfortunately, I have lost the files.
Lots and lots of
I tried to
Scratch files.
transition them onto a different
Hello?
computer.
Hello?
Well, it's okay. Guess you'll just have to make more new Scratch projects.
Sorry guys, I can't share my screen.
Okay,
Because
no
of the
worries.
privacy settings.
No worries, no worries. Okay,
How about Alexander? Would you like to share?
Here you go, Mom.
okay.
Okay.
So, so we do a short introduction to Scratch, Thomas and
Alright.
Brent?
Yeah, sounds good. So, Thomas, I'll take the first part and I'll show off like a little bit of the Scratch layout. And then I'll pass the ball over to you to build a game and we can have these kids tell us what to make.
Okay.
With our voice control. Okay, cool. So let me share screen. File. Okay, so I want to start from a blank Scratch file to show you guys the layout. So for anyone who knows this, this will be quick review. For anyone who doesn't, don't worry if we go a little fast. We'll teach you guys this in more depth during the workshop series. So in Scratch, we have the canvas where like the stage. This is where the game happens. So as you code or upload characters, draw characters, and tell them what to do, that happens here. And when you click the green flag, the game starts. You click the stop sign, the game stops. Down below, you have sprites. Think of sprites as anything that moves. It's typically a character, but it could be a boulder rolling down a hill. It could be a tree that moves across the screen. Anything that you want to have motion or collision with could be a sprite. And sprites all have three main options to edit. You can put code on them. You can put costumes. Costumes are like different frames of animation, I guess is a good way to think of it. And then there's sound effects. That could be music, that could be recorded audio, that could just be like a pre-recorded sound, like a footstep if you're walking. All right, so from there, we have different code and different types of code. I guess you would cluster these in categories. And they're all color-coded, which makes it really easy to understand. We have blue, which is motion. So if you think about a character moving, spinning, pointing somewhere, that's motion. Then we have looks. Looks is the purple blocks. And those, you could do something like next costume, and there's all different things. You can make it say stuff. You can add effects that make it see-through, or you could have different colors changed. Anything that affects how the character looks. Sounds is some, actually, let me share with my audio, and I can show you guys that better. So sounds is anything that, you know, like we said in this tab, it could be music, sound effects, and this basically just controls those sounds. It allows you to have some edits, like the pitch or the volume, and it also lets you choose how sounds are played. So I'll just put a sound in here. As an example, you can always left click and drag and drop into the code editor, which is in the middle. Events are essentially triggers. Think about it like something that has to happen for code to execute. It's like if you have a Nerf blaster and you pull the trigger, the Nerf dart will fly. So if you pull the trigger in a program, that means the code below that trigger will execute. It will run that function. So something like that would be if I click the green flag, you'll see this flash for a second. Or if I attach this, you see every time I actually do it from here, it moves. Then we have control. So this kind of determines when code would run or how many times it will run. Oh, Valerie, go for it. I see you raising your hand.
Do you need to attach the blocks then the cat can move?
Exactly. So for this, I'm just going to take an if block and a forever block. But I'm going to do this so you can see that. If I say forever move 10 steps, this cat's going to fly across the screen when I hit the green flag. If I put next costume forever, it's going to look like it's dancing way too fast. And also under controls, you have timing. So there's conditional statements, which determines when things happen. Like if something happens, something else can happen. If not, maybe something else happens. You can tell a program to wait for something to happen. So pause for a second or wait until I receive a message that tells me to continue. So those are some of the control blocks. And you're right, they have to stick together. And if you don't stick them together, they're not going to run. So this trigger is the green flag. I click that, and now my cat moves, but it doesn't move too fast because I have a wait command in there. Then there's sensing. Sensing in the voice recognition program is one of the most important because that's where we can detect loudness. So if I'm talking loud, it's a louder value. If I'm talking soft, this will pick up a lower value. So this converts what the microphone picks up into an actual number. Does all this make sense so far, everyone? Anyone have any questions?
Perfect sense.
Okay,
And Valerie, you're exactly right. In order for the computer to understand your program, you have to put them in a sequence. You have to stick the different commands together.
Yeah, I saw Emily. You have any questions?
Yes. So how can we like change the character instead of the orange cat?
Great question.
All All right.
For
so I
that, you
think-
add another sprite.
Yeah, I can show you that. I have a few characters from other classes we ran. So if you want to change the you can make a new sprite if it's a new character. But if we're just changing the costume on this, there's a costumes tab, and you can actually upload your drawings. And we're going to teach you guys how to draw some really cool stuff. Like I have this chicken. So this chicken, for instance, could move. And if I go to my pictures folder, I have a few characters, some cool dance moves. Let me delete this one because it's a different size. Upload chicken. Let's see, I got chicken 1, 2. I'm gonna upload another one, 3, and I'm gonna upload chicken 4. So that's a really good question. So once I upload these, I can delete the old ones that I don't want anymore. And I can reorder these by just dragging and dropping. And now if I run this code, my chicken's gonna dance. I see you like that, Emily.
And also, I have another one. So did you send us the link to get to this graph thing?
So we sent you the link for the 3 games in the chat box. I can put them in there again. And if you want to make a new Scratch game, you can always go File, New. Does that answer the question?
Yeah.
I'll put them in chat right now, just so you guys will have them again. Those were some really great questions, guys.
Well,
And anyone that's a little more shy, feel free to put in the chat box. You can put your questions there, and we'll read them too. So if you don't want to talk in front of everyone, don't be too shy, because you can just type to us. All right. So the green block, that's operators. It's it kind of sets like I'm trying to think of an easy way. It kind of sets the conditions. It can do math for you. It has logic gates. If any of you guys are advanced Minecraft players, you might know and OR gates. You find them here. Greater than or equals to. And a good example of why we could use a greater than. If loudness is greater than 20, we could say to do something. And then we have variables and custom blocks, which we don't have to get into right now. But variables is like it holds values. So if I take all these blocks I just dragged out and I kind of stick these together, we can say when green flag is clicked forever, if loudness is greater than 20, if so, we can make it move like or dance or play a sound. So if I start, hello. So that's just like really quick, really crude code from all those different blocks. I think the last part of Scratch to show would be we have background, like backdrops. So if you want to change the chicken somewhere, we normally draw everything, but I'm just going to pick a surprise background. Dance. And we all know chickens meow, so this makes perfect sense. So I'm going to stop the screen share. Does anyone have any questions? We're going to pass the ball over to Thomas, if not, who is going to program what you guys ask him to.
Joshua, do you have any questions?
Sorry, I see Kelvin's chat. That would be a nightmare if a chicken was doing that. And again, feel free to put questions in the chat box.
Margot, do you have any questions? No? Good.
Okay.
So take it away, Thomas. Let's have these guys tell you what the character should do when we talk to it.
Okay. So right now we're starting with a very empty Scratch screen, and let's think of a story. What do we want to happen? Because before we can do anything, we need to know what we want to do. So what do you guys want to see? What do you want us to do?
Think of a shooter game.
A what?
Shooter game.
Let's be nice to each other. We want to be friends, right? So let's stay away from shooting people. Besides, who would want to hurt this cat? He's a nice cat.
I don't want to hurt this cat.
Is the
Exactly.
He's a scratch cat, the most
Hey,
fake cat.
hide and seek.
If you shot him, everyone will be kind of mad at you.
How about we try? How about we try a game where we're gonna let's see. Let's look here. We're gonna find Frank here, and how about we try and make
TV
this
pups who
scratch
dance.
cat stay away from Frank or something? Unless anyone has any better ideas. Does anyone have?
Let's
So
do
So
that.
that's really cool. You can
Not like
add
cheesy pups.
I see
person
Emily
or
is raising
animal
her hand.
like Frank in there.
Can she dance with chicken? Yeah, let's
Can you
have a
add
cat dance.
chicken?
Uh,
Delete Frank.
I don't have the chicken on my computer. But we can delete Frank. Yeah, he's mean right now. See if we have something like a chicken here.
How about
Do you
he's
have a
running away
chicken?
from his own dreams? There's a cat flying over there. Maybe he should be flying from his own dreams.
It's
How
a
about-
chick.
Yeah, we can try and make the chick dance a little bit. Yeah, let's make the scratch cat and the chick dance, guys. So how are we gonna do that? What's the first step? What do we need to do first to get
One
these?
space key pressed.
Can you repeat that?
Space key pressed.
One space key press. Okay, you want to
Yes,
start
it's
with one
Right
space.
under. It's an event. It's right under the when.
That's a great idea. We can start the program as soon as the space key is pressed. Excellent idea, Calvin.
Let's
It's
find
right under. It's in event and right under the green flag.
Let's move this out of the way. So what do we do next? After we press the space key to get these cats to dance.
The cat. Right one. I think should say hey chick, start eating these seeds.
What? That's
Hey
all right.
chicken, start eating these seeds I brought you.
Storyline. I think one of the
Okay.
stay blocks, like.
Yeah, let's do that. These.
I see 5. Okay, dance the chicken. Can't hear
I
you.
brought.
Now what? What's
And
the?
now the chick has to start moving to the next costume, like with a waiting in between.
Okay, so we have to go to the check screen here first, so that we can modify the chick and not the sprite cat. There we go. Start as this and space key press.
Or oh, I know. How about the sprite? How about the sprite one do like a broadcast message?
Okay, yeah, that's good.
And then like when broadcast one proceeds, then like in the chick is when broadcast.
Where's broadcast?
I know in the chat, can the cat teach the chicken to transform into a butterfly?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's add a butterfly here. Ooh. We have a, let's see, do we have a butterfly? Oh, there we go. Let's look at this butterfly. Okay, so let's find the broadcast. There we go. Yeah. So we're gonna broadcast. What are we gonna broadcast, guys?
Broadcast, sort of like the cat say, hey, butterfly, do you know how to fly? If you don't, then start flaring your wings, and that's how you fly.
I see Emily saying you are beautiful. Let's go with you are beautiful. It's nice and short. Okay. Okay. Once we've broadcasted you are beautiful, what should we do next, guys? Help me out here. How are we gonna get this little chick to turn to a butterfly?
I know.
Okay, Emily. What do
So
you?
I think you press transform here.
I
You
think
press transform.
Hi,
fine.
Thomas. Sorry to interrupt. Some parents they said they cannot hear you clearly. Could you
Oh.
speak a little bit louder?
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, better.
Okay.
Thank you.
You press transform.
All right, let's find transform. Who wants to guide me to transform, guys?
Here.
Transform is part of look, right? So you're
Yeah.
on the right color code.
So there's no transform like block. It's more of a like next costume. So like you have to go to butterfly and then like you press when you are beautiful broadcast. Like start going to next costume. Like forever go to next costume.
If we're going to be turning the chick into a butterfly, though, we're not going to be going to the next costume. We're going to be switching from a chick to a butterfly.
Oh.
So how are we going to switch that? We're not changing the costume. We're changing what's there. So how are we going to do that?
Maybe we could.
What we could try is we could make it invisible.
Hey. Who's doing that?
Yeah, who's annotating it?
Somebody's writing hey.
Yes. Hey. I'm not writing hey.
So if we broadcast the signal, guys,
What?
we have to, on the other sprites, we have to
Who is writing?
recognize that broadcast
Oh.
message.
I know. Maybe we could change the butterfly into the chick. So then the chick goes to the butterfly.
Yeah, exactly. So how about you walk us, me and the rest of the class, how to do that?
So maybe you open the chick. Open the chick.
Yep, we're on the check.
Now
how would you accept the broadcast?
Like open the sprite costume thing.
Yeah.
No, like the chick sprite costume.
You want to see costumes?
Yeah. So maybe we could like delete the bottom two, or like we could keep them. Like if he was eating seeds, and then all of a sudden, like maybe we could drag the butterfly into the chick. So then he would change to costume and butterfly, I guess.
That's a very logical idea, Calvin.
Okay, so do you guys agree with that idea? Do you guys want me to do that?
Or maybe there's another way. Maybe you could draw some seeds.
Oh yeah, let's draw some seeds. So, okay. Let's use, I think we can keep all three of these, but let's draw some seeds. Fill,
It should probably be yellow.
Some yellow.
Same color. Yellow to black.
Sorry to interrupt. Hi, Seb. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Let's draw a few seeds here. Just add it to this chick's costume.
It's an eclipse.
Yeah, let's just add it here for simplicity's sake. Let's do a couple dots. These are just some seeds, some nice seeds.
Why is there arrows?
I think someone's drawing on top. So
Oh.
now, okay. Now these are the seeds that we have in there here. So we can go back to our code, and now we want to.
And now we want
was-
the butterfly to be like yeah. And now we want the butterfly to be one of the costumes, like the four
Okay.
costumes.
So how would you do that, Calvin? How would you add the butterfly as one of the costumes?
So maybe if we drag butterfly 1 into like the bars of like that, and that wouldn't work.
And what if you what
What
about
if
from
you
down
change
here?
it to the what if you added new?
There we go. So now when we're switching, we just need to change the costume to get
And
those
the,
butterflies. to appear.
and delete butterfly 1.
So let's go back and let's leave it as a normal check for now. So we have the scratch cat, and he's saying, "Hey, want to see these seeds I brought you?" And now we're broadcasting "You're beautiful," and we need to use this to make the chick now act in such a way that it eats the seeds and transforms to a butterfly. So how are we going to do that, guys?
Excuse me.
We're gonna do next costume.
Yeah. But we need to first recognize that when this is broadcast and receive it so we can make changes to checks code. So how would you guys do that?
We will go to events.
Yes.
And then when I received "You are beautiful," change next costume.
Yeah.
And then wait for 0.1 seconds. Next costume, and repeat that until it is on costume number 4.
Yeah. Let's find the. Let's find wait. Ooh, I can never remember where to find these things. Wait. Control. Oh, I keep going over it then. So we're gonna wait 0.1 seconds. Since we have 4 different costumes in our check, that we have to change costume multiple times. So we're gonna add another wait 0.1 seconds. Just grab 2 more, and we're gonna do next costume a couple times. We're gonna add next costume here. We're gonna add the next costume here. And now we're gonna do 0.1 seconds.
0.1 is pretty fast.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Let's do
Why
1
do
full
you
second.
need that much, and that much next costume?
Because there's 4
If we
costumes.
forever repeated it, then it just
Oh,
change back
yeah.
to the first
one,
A.
one,
And then it would look
two,
like the butterfly.
three, four.
It
Four
just
comes.
changed to the butterfly and then change
Okay,
back.
thank you.
Yeah, great job, Calvin. He's exactly right. We want to we're starting at this costume and we need to get to this costume, but we don't want to do it too many times. So let's look at what this looks like when we talk with Clay. We have to
Oops, you
spacebar. It's eating it, and then see there's a problem, guys. So how are we gonna fix this problem?
I
What's
think
going
you
on?
forgot to change next. I think you forgot a next costume.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, you're right. Let's add a.
Who's drawing grass?
Nope, doesn't seem to be it.
Wait. Oh, you have to
There
start
we
from the chip A. Ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Now let's try this. See, we're bug fixing it together. There we
There you
go.
go.
And now we have a happy butterfly.
But then it changed back. So maybe we should delete the next costume over here.
Yeah. And now we're just left with the butterfly. Do you guys want to, since this is a course on sound, do you want to try something with sound if we have time?
Sure.
Okay. So let's, instead of doing just going by itself, let's try and use sound to make this happen. So
Maybe like a pop, maybe like a pop, and then it's all of a sudden transform.
yeah, so let's look at how it was done in the previous examples. It would wait until loudness, which is a value that detects sound in Scratch, is greater than 20, which is just a random value. Here, as I'm talking, you can see this go up and down as I'm making sound. So let's try this here. How are we gonna do it?
leave this meeting?
Can you repeat that?
What time we're gonna leave this meeting?
We're almost finished. Just one more. Just gonna add one more command here.
Oh, okay.
So how about you guys walk me through how to do this?
Huh?
How about you, this is what we're trying to do is to make recognitive sound like was done here. So how are we going to copy this into our code here?
Thomas, I think we should save this for the next class because we're near the end, and I know Emma wants to invite everyone to join the camp.
Okay.
So next class, guys, we'll show you how to make this all happen when you say a word. Great. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Calvin.
So hi everyone.
Bye, guys.
Welcome to join us for today, but we still want to give
Bye-bye.
information.
Bye-bye.
Oh, it's not finished yet. Just one more second.
Are we gonna do Minecraft?
Not finished yet. Okay, I guess some of you might have questions for the real class, right? And this is just a demo class. We still hope you can learn something from this demo class.
Who is talking?
This is Bing. Nice to meet you. So the real class is going to happen for next week. Starts from June 23rd, Tuesday. It's going to be like 2 classes for every week. It's going to be a 4 weeks class, and we are going to give you a very.
I don't know who's talking.
So this is our AI voice recognition, and if you register today, you will enjoy the discount price. You can just scan this QR code. And I am Bing. I'm the program manager. If you have any questions, you can also ask me here for the real classes and the schedules and everything. And besides that, if you want to register, you can just sign up from this link. If you have any question, just reach out to our sales representative. I believe your mom or dad has already been reached out by our course consultants. You can still contact them. They will give you like detailed information for registration and everything. Here is how you can register for our real class. We share with you the link, and you can fill out and choose 2020 summer camp and choose a class as 4-week AI voice recognition. And then you're ready to register for the whole class, and we will send you all the information, and the course consultant will be the direct contact person you talk with. So really thank you everyone for spending your time here and talk with us. If anyone have questions, just reach out to us, and we would like to explain everything for you. And this is our website. Yep, go ahead.
So there's no Minecraft class.
We have Minecraft class, but it's also for AI class.
Is this?
Yep.
What is this class talking about? Is it talking about coding?
Yes, it's talking about coding. You are exactly right. Coding and Scratch computer programming. If you want to learn more about your program, just go to this website and you can find all the information you want to see here. RSTEM, DIY, and we will provide you our excellent teachers for you.
Does coding help you learn?
Yes, teach you how to learn. To learn the coding.
What do you learn then?
What do we learn for the coding?
Yeah.
That's a very good question. Thank you. I I'm hoping, someone can give me this chance to say. So first of all, you can learn about animate characters, and then you will create the simple voice control template. And then you can know how to expand the code to customize output based on voice input. And this is just for these 4 weeks simple steps. And for further, if you want to start for more programs, we also have advanced builder programs for you to learn and grow with us. And all the information, you can talk with us after today's demo class. Just contact us, and our sales consultant will try to talk and explain everything to you. I hope I answered your question. If you have more, you can talk with me here.
I can't see your camera, and I can't see your camera.
It's because I'm sharing my screen here. Let me open my camera. Yeah. Okay. Can you see me? This is Bing.
Oh.
Great, thank you, Bing.
Yeah. So if anyone have questions, ask us, leave a question here. Others, students or parents, I believe you have been reached by our course consultant before the demo class, and they will be your direct contact person. You can also contact them. They will also reach out to you.
Hi, Bing. This is Maggie from the West Coast. I have just a general question about the class plan and your future. Let's say after this summer camp, if kids interested in continue to learn more, what's your suggestion for the a future program for them? So can someone answer these questions? I know there's some students here today is the first time they just want to sit in and to know, let's say after the summer program, what's the goal, what kids can learn, what specific skills they can learn, what they can build, what they can do after the summer program. And then if, let's say their kid is interested in continue education, what's the next steps? I think that for those parents or first time student, maybe they kind of need to know the class goal, plan and future plan.
So I'm going to basically answer your question, and John and Brian, if I'm wrong, please correct me. So yeah, today we're focused on AI voice recognition. It's going to be a 4 weeks class, every 2 classes every week. And after this summer camp, definitely you're going to know about the trends. After that, usually we have a membership for every kid who wants to become our young builders, to teach them for Scratch and coding and Minecraft, and also we have robotics contraption classes. Annually for 1 week, one time for every week. And we also provide apprentice program. If you want to improve your skills, you can do and any other programming languages. And if we select really excellent and outstanding from our Young Builder program, for them to recommend them to join the advanced program. We're going to have the interview with you, and once you are selected, you can join us for a 1-year membership. So that we have a really nice growth pathway for you to learn and grow with us almost for 5 years. As long as you are really interested in, this program, we can provide you for everything, including computer programming, robotics, contraptions, and everything. So if you have any questions, you can always contact us and leave the questions for us. We will definitely reach out to you and give you the answer with detailed information. And John and Brian,
I can add a little bit to that. Is this Ms. Hollis that asked the question? Thank you for your interest in the whole Build It Yourself program. Basically, we focus on teaching kids problem-solving techniques and on presentation skills. So we have 30 projects as being suggested in robotics, programming, and art. And in those projects, we basically teach kids to use technology to solve problems, and we teach kids to use technology to present their ideas. So it's an integration of art and technology, and we really focus a lot on soft skills that we believe colleges and companies are looking for that are often not taught in school.
Thank
Did we
you,
answer
John.
your question?
Maggie, did we answer your question?
Oh, yes, that's great. Yeah, thanks for,
Maggie.
yeah, I think, yes, thank you, John. Yeah, I think
You're welcome.
yeah, a lot of new, I mean, students or their parents, you know, kind of, they need to know, you know, what's the goal, what's the plan. And I know you have already a lot of introductory, I mean, marketing materials already. You know, I forward most of to the, but there's a lot of information, so they need to, I mean, to hear this directly from you, the, you know, that's great. I think that I hope if there are any parents sitting on this class and have any questions, please feel free. This is a great opportunity to ask your questions, because I know the first class, when people sign up and then they have questions about this, you know, what's the class plan, or what my kids are going to learn after the program, you know, and then it's hard for me to answer this question. So that's why I'm saying that this is a great opportunity for those new potential students and their parents to get to know this program. And yeah, so please, I encourage everybody, just ask your questions if you have any. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Maggie, for setting the stage. Great.
Yeah, Emily, Valerie, Heidi, Kelvin, Joshua, and everyone, if you want to ask us questions, you can still ask us questions. If not, the class is going to be over. And you can register in the chat box through the link there. We are going to start the class soon, the real class, next week. It's going to start next Tuesday, same time for today. And you're going to really start learning how to do the AI voice recognition. So don't miss your good chance here. If you still have questions, just throw questions to us. If not, the class is going to be over.
Are you going to be here that day?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, I will join for the first class. I look forward to see you there for next week, next Tuesday. It was really nice to talk to you, Valerie.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Hope to see you
That's
next
great.
week, guys. We are looking forward to building great things with you. I can tell there's some really smart guys in this, smart girls and smart guys.
Thank you, everyone.
That's great. Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.